Please be seated. Hello? Hello? For a moment there, I thought the audience was asleep. I'm glad finally somebody started to cheer. My name is Bruce Schulte. I'm the Department Head of Biological Sciences. I want to thank you all for attending our graduation ceremony today on this beautiful and memorable day. I want to congratulate our soon-to-be graduates for the hard work that they've done. Appreciate everybody showing up to support them on this memorable date. This is both the December and the summer graduates in the biological sciences. So 12-12-24. It's got a nice rhyme to it, doesn't it? Nice rhythm. It's a memorable date in history. This was actually the date in 1800 that Washington, D.C. was declared our capital, and 44 years later, the Smithsonian Institution was formed. They also had some big events, like the day that the wooden golf ball tee was patented, and the first radio signal crossed the Atlantic. Now, for me, the 12th day of this month always makes me want to break out in a certain song, but I'll refrain from doing that today. We are here to celebrate our graduates. For them, this day marks one of the greatest accomplishments of their lives. But they did this not alone and not in isolation. So I'd like to recognize some of the folks who helped them along the way. Would all their spouses, partners, or significant others of the graduates today please stand if they are able? Spouses, partners, significant others, please stand. And please remain standing. Please stay up. Would all of our parents, grandparents, stand up, stay up. Parents, grandparents, guardians, stay up. And finally, would all our friends, relatives, employers, educators, all stand up. Please, all of you, stand up, stand up. All right, graduates, you've got it, your first standing ovation. Thank you all. Please be seated if you haven't already. I'd like to introduce our first speaker today. And you can follow along in the program for the events and read more in-depth biographies of our two speakers in your program. But our first speaker is Dr. Conrad Flick. Dr. Flick obtained his undergraduate degree at NC State. He then went down to the road to that devilish blue school that remains unnamed for his MD, and then went to Wake Forest for his residency. He has become a powerful voice in the health care of Carolinians and in the education of future medical practitioners. And we thank him for that. It's an honor to have him as an alum. At a football game earlier this fall, I had the pleasure of conversing with Dr. Flick and his spouse, who is also a physician. She hails from that other lighter blue school down the road. But amazingly, she now proudly wears NC State red. So that shows the power of the pack and the Flick's dedication to NC State. So please join me in welcoming to the stage and the mic, Dr. Conrad Flick.
You have to bear with me 1 second when we get things rolling here. Dr. Schulte didn't tell me he was going to be the funny person of the group. And I appreciate him recognizing my wife. And we've all been through those changes and transitions to get people to come to the other side. So before I start, I want to say thank you to the faculty and to the College of Biological Sciences. You know, it is rare one gets to have an open mic to talk about whatever you want to talk about without any interruption from anybody. But to do so at your alma mater and in this place, for me, is truly an honor. So what can I offer you as graduates in the words of wisdom and encouragement as you move forward from here? We'll get to that in just a minute. I was in your position not so many years ago, it might seem, but in this building, I spent many evenings and weekends watching a coach and a team who inspired not just this campus, but an entire nation. They showed us that people who will work together for a cause and a dream can overcome all the odds and make a difference. To me, I think just as important is that they became an example that everyone can have an impact, no matter who they are, no matter how long the event has been gone, and even if the people have passed. So I have no illusions that this conversation between us today will come anywhere close to that, but here we go. And I'm going to start with the words of that leader that we all know, Jim Valvano, who told us to remember to laugh every day, to think every day, and to let your emotions move you to tears every day. So I want you guys to remember the fun you had while you've been here at NC State. I want you to reflect upon what these experiences have prepared you for, and I want you to think about what opportunities might lie ahead. And I hope if any of you are moved to tears, it has nothing to do with what I'm about to say, but maybe from the joy of what you've accomplished, maybe the friendships you've made while you've been here at NC State and will continue, and maybe the pride shown by the loved ones who are here today to share with you on this special occasion. You know, imparting wisdom is not easy, for wisdom is something that comes from getting into the deeds and doing all the work, and sometimes failing, and sometimes making mistakes. But it's learning from those mistakes and moving forward what gives you that wisdom. Now, sometimes you can impart wisdom simply by stealing really good quotes from people who are wiser than you. And Thomas Edison once said that many of life's failures are people who give up before they get to their successes. So I don't want you to let the fear of failure stop you from doing what you need to do and trying hard and eventually being successful, all while gaining a little bit of wisdom on your own that you can pass on to others. So who am I and how did I get before you? Well, I came to NC State thinking I might want to be an engineer, an architect, or maybe a physician. It was my sophomore year that I went into the pre-med curriculum, and this was because of my experiences in work, my family, some of the friends that I was hanging out with who went along that same line, but also a gentle nudge from failing my first calculus test. It was the only course that I dropped at 4 years at NC State, and I doubt the faculty actually knew that before they invited me to speak. So I'm the son of a minister, so I feel a little bit like I'm preaching, and this is a church, though it's really not. But it was the example of my parents that when I decided to become a physician and decided that I wanted to help people, I knew that I wanted to not only help them, but to get to know them. And so I became a family physician. Those patients have allowed me the privilege over the many years and have led them through some of the most difficult times of their lives. And for that, I'm thankful. And much of what I present to you today is based on what I owe to them in those relationships. So why did they ask me, a calculus dropout, to actually give this speech today? I'm hoping that they thought as a graduate of NC State and physician, I've learned some things over my career and life that may be of benefit and some meaning to you. And so you can decide that when this is all over and tell everybody else whether it was good or not. So believe it or not, I have 7 things I want to tell you today, and I'm going to share with you. And these are lessons that I've learned through my life and my career. However, you will know that there are many more out there, and you will pick up along your own journeys in life, and then you can share with others in forms of wisdom. So here we go. I honestly think one of the reasons I was chosen, and the first thing I want to tell you about, is that relationships and connections matter. I am a 1985 graduate of this university, and I interact with them regularly, as he said, and I'm a loyal supporter. My own 2 children are graduates from this institution, and I have volunteers in my office and employees who are students, and many of my patients are employed at this university. I actually run the Krispy Kreme challenge fairly often, but I never eat the donuts. All right? I tailgate at Wolfpack games every fall. I go to basketball games every winter with classmates of mine from over 40 years ago. We don't just have past experiences together, we have relationships based on shared experiences. We've been through marriages and children and job changes, moves, life, and even death. We support one another and we care about one another. But relationships, like everything else important in life, requires that time and that effort to make them grow and to be what they need to be. But work on it, they are worth it. My patients have taught me that the most important things in life, and certainly as they get through the end of their lives, are not material things, but family and friends. So, based on what they told me, and I will tell you today, you can never have too few or too many of either. I want you to work to make as many friends and keep as many friends as you can, even if it means getting out of your comfort zone and learning new skills to maintain those relationships. Side note, nurture your family, current and future. The second point I'm going to make, and the reason I might be here, has already been alluded to, opportunity. See, I met with the leaders of this college in the weeks before they asked me to speak, and we talked about how this university is actually a leader in the healthcare field in this state. Not just in frontline healthcare workers like myself and my children, but in research and technology that makes people's lives better. So maybe that connection led to this opportunity. But you know, the important thing about an opportunity is not just that it presents itself, it's that you take it and that you make the most of it. So you want to grow, you don't do that by doing the same things over and over again, but by getting out and doing something new. Take a risk, take a chance, but grow in the process. And you never know, you might just learn a skill or find a passion you didn't even know you had. I want you to remember that this is not the end of your education, but it's the beginning, maybe with fewer tests depending on what your next stop may be after here. And my apologies to the faculty, but much of what you've learned here may not be that important in your next stop, or you might forget it altogether. However, what the faculty does know is that what you've learned is not necessarily important. It's the process of learning that really is the foundation for what you're going to go and do from here. You want to build on those foundations and those as your opportunities in life and your career come about. You know, the smartest people in the world who don't have direction or a passion and can't connect with people in a meaningful way are never going to make the meaningful impact that the world around us needs. So the third point is, true success comes in life when either we or the things that we do lift up, inspire, or help others. We don't have to be doctors or nurses, ministers, social workers, or teachers to have a positive impact on others. Every day, in every job, people will watch what you do and how you act. Be a positive reflection of those people in the world around you. Not every member of the pack gets to lead all the time. But when you do, when your opportunity arises, make the most of it and inspire and help those around you. One of my favorite quotes leads to point number 4, and it's from Steve Prefontaine, who was a very intense track competitor who unfortunately died at the peak of his career. And he said, and I paraphrase, "No matter how hard you try, somebody will try harder. No matter how much you want it, somebody will want it more." He told his competition, "I'm somebody." So if you want something, if it's part of what drives you, then be willing to be that somebody. Be willing to work hard, not at the expense of others, but with others, because the strength of the wolf is with the pack. Most things don't come easily, and if they do require effort to maintain them or to make them better. You get very few jobs in the future or promotions for things that you don't work hard for. And you score no points if you never even take the shot. So be prepared when your opportunity points itself and work to achieve your goals. Point 5, be observant as you go through life. You're all now scientists and educated and soon to be graduating if the speech doesn't run too long. But thus you are critically trained to evaluate what you see. Remember to practice that skill regularly, because all skills, be it music or sports or beyond, require practice to stay at the top of your game. We still call it the practice of medicine. So I want you to test your hypotheses regularly as you go forward. And just like I'm going to tell you that eating well and exercising as your doctor of the day are very important, so is questioning the world around you. Is what you're working on or who you're working with making the world around you a better place? You now have a responsibility beyond yourselves. We all have a responsibility to improve our communities and the world around us. Point 6 is a combo. You get 2 for 1. With all the successes and failures in life, we all have those experiences. But we bring traits and experiences to every job that we come to, every relationship and every situation. First and foremost, bring a positive attitude. You know, with my patients and with my employees, the one thing I cannot create or teach is a positive attitude. And I've seen so many people overcome tremendous odds and challenges just by maintaining a positive attitude about themselves, their circumstances, or the task before them. Hand in hand with this is gratitude. Be gracious. Be gracious for the assistance of others, for your education, for your family, for your friends, for your talents, and for those opportunities when they present themselves. And number 7, each of us has unique skills and talents, but we also have limitations. So never take yourselves too seriously. Know those strengths, know those weaknesses, and you must work on both of them. Own them. When you make your mistakes, take personal responsibility for it. For if part of Jimmy V's charge to us was to laugh every day, you might as well be able to laugh at your own mistakes. So this is not even close to a complete list, but it is a start. And I hope that as you move through your journeys, you will learn your own set of wisdom so you can pass it on when you give your graduation speeches. So to recap, for those of you who were just thinking there were 7 and I'm done, I went back to that. Number 1, relationships matter. Make as many as you can, keep them, they will support you. Number 2, take advantage of your opportunities, even if it means getting out of your comfort zone so you can learn something new. 3, true success comes from helping others, but improve the lives of the people around you. Number 4, if you really want something, be somebody. Be willing to work hard and take a chance, but bring others along on your journey. Number 5, be observant and gain your own wisdom, not by making mistakes, which you will, but by applying the critical thinking skills you learned here at NC State. 6, keep a positive attitude and be gracious. They make every situation easier and more rewarding for everyone involved. And number 7, never take yourself too seriously. Admit your mistakes and be able to laugh at yourselves when you make them. I want to thank you again for inviting me to give this speech, and to you, the graduating class. Cherish your memories, but make many new ones as you go along. Stay involved, be loyal, but most of all, go forth and do great things. Congratulations. Go Pack.
Thank you, Dr. Flick. Our next speaker is our student speaker, Olivia Honecker. Remember now, folks, this is a participatory process, all right? So don't be surprised if you're going to hear bees as she's coming up on stage. I didn't get any buzz out of that crowd, I tell you. Olivia is an excellent swimmer, an instructor of swimming, coach of swimming. She's been a stellar student. When she transferred to NC State, she was great before she came. She's been even greater since. And she's been a real inspiration. And yes, she did work with bees So she worked with the I Dig Bees project, and I think the bees dug her as much as she dug them. So Olivia, please.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, distinguished faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the Fall 2024 Biological Sciences graduating class. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new chapter in our lives. But before we leap forward into the opportunities ahead, let us pause to reflect on the journey that brought us here. A journey that was as challenging as it was rewarding, and as transformative as it was humbling. 4 years ago, I delivered my high school commencement speech on YouTube, a moment that was both surreal and indicative of the times. Back then, I had envisioned a very different future for myself. I was committed to swim at Stony Brook University in New York, ready to embark on a new journey surrounded by teammates and the excitement of college athletics. But life has a way of redirecting us. The uncertainty of COVID-19 turned everything upside down, and like many of us, I had to adapt. I made the difficult decision to attend UNC Asheville instead, where my path took unexpected but ultimately enlightening turns. At UNC Asheville, I gained more than an education. I gained perspective. Those 2 years were pivotal, shaped by a world in flux. I experienced my first presidential election in a global pandemic and grappled with the pressing human rights issues that defined that period. These experiences shaped me profoundly, giving me a deeper understanding of the complexities of the world. Yet despite all the growth that I experienced, there was something missing, a sense of connection, of belonging, that I couldn't quite find. When I transferred to NC State, that missing piece fell into place. From the moment I joined the Wolfpack, I knew I had found my community. It wasn't just about the academics or the beautiful campus, it was about the people, the energy, and the unwavering support that defines what it means to be a part of the Pack. One of the most meaningful ways I have found this connection was through joining the club swim team. Swimming has always been a huge part of who I am. It's where I learned discipline, perseverance, and the importance of teamwork. But more than that, it's where I found joy and a sense of purpose. Reconnecting with the sport I love through the club swim team gave me the space to challenge myself, bond with my teammates, and remind myself of the power of community. During my second year on the team, I took on the role of marketing director, and it was one of the most fulfilling experiences during my time at NC State. I was able to showcase the talent of our team, build stronger connections within the club, and help us expand our reach. This role challenged me to think creatively, collaborate across different areas, and drive a sense of unity that went beyond just practice and competition. And to top it off, I had the honor of qualifying for nationals during both of my full years with the team, a testament to both the personal growth I achieved and the incredible support of my teammates. This sense of belonging extended beyond the pool. It inspired me in a way to give back that was meaningful and authentic. As a swim coach for the Triangle Aquatic Center Titans and the Green Hope Falcons, I've had the incredible privilege of sharing my love for swimming with the next generation. Watching young swimmers grow in confidence, resilience, and skill has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Coaching isn't just about teaching technique. It's about mentoring, encouraging, and helping others realize their potential. It's a reminder that when we pour into our communities, the impact is immeasurable. For me, this connection runs even deeper. Growing up just 30 minutes from NC State's campus, this area has always been home. It's where my dreams began, and it's where I hope to give back. My time at NC State has solidified my desire to become an OBGYN serving the people of North Carolina with compassion and dedication. I've seen firsthand the challenges that our healthcare system faces and the disparities that still exist. It's my goal to be a part of the solution, ensuring that every patient feels seen, heard, and cared for. As we celebrate today, we should take pride in just how far we've come. Our journey to this moment wasn't always easy. We've navigated remote classes, adjusted to new normals, and faced countless uncertainties. Yet through it all, we found strength in each other. The community we've built here has been a foundation of support and resilience. Rudyard Kipling's words still ring true. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. Together, we've created a space where every one of us can thrive. This sense of community is one of the greatest lessons we'll carry forward. In a world that often feels divided, the power of connection, collaboration, and empathy cannot be overstated. Whether we're addressing global challenges, solving complex problems, or simply supporting those around us, the bonds we've formed will continue to guide us throughout our lives. NC State has equipped us with the tools to succeed, but it's also instilled in us our responsibility to use our knowledge and skills to make a difference. We've learned to think critically, act compassionately, and innovate boldly. Think and do. These lessons will serve us well as we step into the world and face its challenges head-on. As we prepare to leave this campus, let's not forget the importance of gratitude. Let's thank the professors who pushed us to think deeper, the friends who stood by us, and the family who supported us unconditionally. Gratitude grounds us, reminding us of the journey we've taken and the people who have helped us along the way. Being part of NC State means more than just our years here. It means being part of something bigger than ourselves. It's about knowing that no matter where life takes us, we are never truly alone. The spirit of this place will always be with us, in every triumph and every challenge, cheering us on and reminding us of the strength that we share. So, as we stand on the brink of this new chapter, let's move forward with confidence, courage, and a commitment to making a difference. Let's embrace the opportunities ahead, carry the lessons we've learned, and continue to support one another, just as we've done here. Congratulations to the Fall 2024 graduating class. We will forever carry the bonds we formed with us as we step into the future. Go out and change the world, because the strength we've gained here will remain with us always. Thank you, and go Pack.
Thank you, Olivia, and thank you for not falling down the stairs with those shoes on. A graduation is a time to celebrate and to celebrate the people that sit before me. It's also a time to celebrate those who have provided the opportunity for these people to be here. And we'd like to take a moment today to celebrate a life that was very important to the faculty and past students. And to do that best, I'm going to ask two of our professors to come up here and do a little presentation for Dr. Bill Grant, Dr. Jennifer Lannon and Dr. Miles Engel. And you can read about Dr. Grant in the program, but they're going to provide some more.
Actually, I'm just going to read it.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. Well, maybe. Maybe not. What is it, number 7? Laugh at yourself? Okay. Dr. William Cullen Bill Grant was a retired alumni distinguished undergraduate professor and undergraduate coordinator of biological sciences. He died on October 13th of this year at the age of 80. Dr. Grant served here at North Carolina State for over 40 years in a variety of roles, including leading a research laboratory and as associate provost. But it was teaching and student service that he loved the most. With his wisdom and his peaceful demeanor, he was an admired mentor, a respected role model for many students and colleagues alike. I happen to have been lucky enough to have been both. Dr. Grant was a first-generation college student who spent his youth working on cotton and tobacco farms in rural South Carolina. And part of his legacy is the William C. Grant Scholarship, which provides aid for first-generation students to pursue degrees in this department. Another part of his legacy stems from the fact that Dr. Grant was known for reading in his gentle, rich, deep voice Henry Van Dyke's poem Work to his intro bio classes and at all of our departmental graduation ceremonies, such as this one. Many of us now keep a copy of this poem on our desks, actually. Thus, today we honor the memory of an amazing man whose life and work have lifted up the lives and work of countless others by reading this poem, Work by Henry Van Dyke. Let me but do my work from day to day, in field or forest, at the desk or loom, in roaring marketplace or tranquil room, let me but find it in my heart to say, when vagrant wishes beckon me astray, this is my work, my blessing, not my doom. Of all who live, I am the one by whom this work can best be done in the right way. Then shall I see it not too great nor small, to suit my spirit and to prove my powers. Then shall I cheerful greet the laboring hours, and cheerful turn when the long shadows fall at eventide, to play and love and rest, because I know for me, my work is best. Thank you, Dr. Grant. I'd like to invite, thank you. I'd like to invite up to the stage Dr. Grant's son, Mr. Paul Grant, and Paul's wife, Tanita, and to accept a framed copy of the poem, including custom artwork by our own Dr. Jennifer Landon, as a token of our deep respect and appreciation.
Thank you, Miles and Jennifer. Appreciate that. Before we move into the why you're here, right? I'd just like to take one more thanks and thank all the faculty and staff in the Department of Biological Sciences that allowed all these wonderful graduates to be here today. And so audience, if you could just join me in thanking faculty and staff, those that are here and not here. I'm now going to invite Dr. John Meitzen to the stage. He's going to begin the ceremony for the presentation of degrees, and he'll be alternating with Dr. Carolyn Mattingly. I'm not going to point out a lot about Dr. Mattingly, but please look in your program. Carolyn was the department head before I came in and did a fantastic job for over 6 years. So please read about her accomplishments and what she's headed to next within the department. But John, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, on this joyous occasion, and we're going to begin with our doctoral students, in particular our candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, and you'll find this in your program. I'm going to read the name of the individual graduating, I'll read the title of their thesis, and I'll mention their advisor and who will be hooding them today. First, I would like to invite a candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Bioinformatics, Nnamdi Osakwe, using machine learning to build an integrated framework for modeling environmental health, the Environmental Integrity Framework. He is advised by Dr. David Reif, and he is being hooded by Dr. Jamila Simpson today. Thank you. Thank you. We will now begin to proceed with the Doctor of Philosophy and Biology. I'd like to introduce Josh Hedge, who is advised by Dr. Lindsay Zano. The title of his thesis is Elonga to Lithid Eggshell Variation and its Implications for Oviraptorosaur Reproductive Biology. Also, for the Doctor of Philosophy and Biology, we have Ana Meza Salazar, advised by Dr. Alonso Ramirez. Surface groundwater interactions in a changing climate, impacts of acidification and phosphorus enrichment on tropical stream macroinvertebrate assemblages. Also for the Doctor of Philosophy and Biology, Marieli Vega Gomez, advised by Dr. Alonso Ramirez, the role of stream geomorphology in mediating tropical macroinvertebrate responses to climatic and hydrological extremes. Next will be our Doctor of Philosophy and Toxicology. Candidate is Morgan Marie Barnes, advised by Dr. Seth Coleman. Modulation of vitamin D receptor signaling in neurodevelopment and toxicology. We will now begin the presentation of the Master of Bioinformatics, Nika Tadish, advised by Dr. Spencer Muse, Master of Bioinformatics. We will now have the Master of Biology, Avery Jane Hobbs, advised by Dr. Ann Ross, Master of Biology, Avery Jane Hobbs. And we will end our presentation of graduate degrees with Elena Brooke Moore, Master of Genetics, advised by Dr. Reed Roberts. Congratulations to all of our graduate students and their success. We will now proceed with the candidates for the bachelor's degree, beginning with the Bachelor of Science in Genetics. I'd like to introduce Dr. Betty Gardner, who will be presenting the degrees. Sierra Danielle Begley. Amanda Lynn Blasey. Hannah Lee Carroll. Rayanne Brooke Curley. Benjamin James Hall. Sarah Juma. Anna Cower. Merritt Killian. Isabel Morris. Thank you, Dr. Gardner. Now we will call Dr. Jonathan Olson to present the Bachelor of Science in Microbiology degrees. Rachel Lee Seglia. Jonathan Craig. Naish Mathur. Tucker Mitchell Parks. Rachel Vianney Ramirez Sandoval. Sharif Samir Rashed. Valerie Swart. Ni Ton. Angel Ua. Abigail Elaine Williams. Elizabeth Yao. Dr. Jonathan Olson will now be presenting the Bachelor of Science in Microbiology with a concentration in microbial health sciences, beginning with Hannah Jane Bonzek. Stuart Hopper. Anika Thompson. Dr. Olson will now be presenting the Bachelor of Science in Microbiology with a concentration in microbial research. Manav Patel. Thank you, Dr. Olson. Now we'll call up Dr. Jenny Campbell to present the Bachelor of Science in Zoology. Matthew Bershaber. Margaret Buchanan. Esme Maria Chiara. Maggie Kathleen Funderburk. Madeline Greenway. Elizabeth Yvonne Klushevitz. Humna Lodi. Victoria Molina. Andrew Joshua Orovic. Olivia Pierce. Taylor Jordan Rabbits. Keelan Keith Rivera. Jennifer Grace Thompson. Sally Faith Thompson. Samantha Lynn Tynes. Abby Vickery. Carly Frances Ward. Austin Elizabeth Younger. Thank you, Dr. Campbell. We'll now call Dr. Joy Little for the Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Hidel Aldolami. Victoria Elena Alvarez. Grace Elizabeth Armstrong. Elizabeth Jane Bolton. Paige Noelle Clark Davis. Nicole DeSalvo. Madeline Douglas. Kirsten Elise Ferguson. Destiny Gonzalez. Courtney Hackett. Mackenzie Locklear Harland. Julia Carolyn House. Chloe Abigail Silverman Jones. Kayla Kelly. Salem Olivia Matheson. Ain't Yaama Owen Mio. Caitlin Faith Oakley. Samantha Pantoa. Connor Shout. Elizabeth Great Stoats. Alexia Kiara Thompson. Aisha Tamar. Dawn Nicole Trivet. Thank you, Dr. Little. Next, we will have Dr. Lisa Parks to present the Bachelor of Sciences in Biological Sciences, and Dr. Carolyn Mattingly will be reading the names for those candidates.
Thank you, John. Okay. Christian Napoleon Choto. Gianna Colonna. Jean Raphael David. Olivia Helena Honecker. Fallon Koob. Liz Lucas. Anna Kathleen Medlock. Emily Elizabeth Pertwee. Scarlett Porter. Natalie Morgan Ray. Hannah Lynn Schroyer. Hannah Waddle. Madeline Elizabeth Warren. Thank you, Dr. Parks. We're now going to switch over to a degree in biological sciences with a concentration in ecology, evolution, and conservation biology, presented by Dr. Brian Longerhans. Adam Emke. Well, that was quick. Okay, next we're going to have biological sciences with a concentration in integrative physiology and neurobiology, presented by Dr. John Meitzen. Lauren Ray Buchanan. Casey Cunningham. Tanya Upadhyaya. Thank you, Dr. Meitzen. Next, Dr. Mike Sykes will present a degree in biological sciences with a concentration in molecular, cellular, and developmental biology. Patrick Vernon Blackman. Nicole Carolina Faher. Nkitho Lavu. Salma Waji Osman. Jasmine Amari Rose Peace. Thank you, Dr. Sykes. Dr. Lisa Parks will present the biological sciences degree with a concentration in human biology. Alexis Renee Allred. Gabrielle Azia. Nico Badalamenti. Holly Marie Baker. Paige Mackenzie Barnes. Caroline Elaine Batt. Cameron Best. Julia Margarita Bose. Charles Patrick Bullock II. Hannah Camden. Angela Christine Carrillo. Jenna Noel Cruz. Alyssa Dietze. Mark A. Ebrahim. Catherine Einsman. Reina Elefantis. Hunter James Epps. Gwyneth Ann Green. Adam Grillo. Ansley Kate Highball. Brianna Lee Hale. Waleed Hamza Hoof. Hannah Michelle Engel. Annabelle Ayung Kim. Charlotte Maggio. Lauren Elizabeth Marshall. Chase McCormick. Grace McCoy. Ella O'Donnell. Christian Reeder. Jared Reynolds. Daniel Saravia. Dylan Schiff. Sydney Schmidt. Devani Soni. Emily Mackenzie Stevens. Trenton Sumner. Brooke Carly Villamain. Brianna Weber. Carson Lane Willard. Hunter Wujik. And last but not least, Lily Zimmerman.
That's the one time ever being at the end of the alphabet's not so bad, right? You get the stage all to yourself. So, thank you, John and Carolyn, for announcing the names, and thank you all the professors that came up and handled the handing off of the letters, and appreciate it. Thank you all for coming today. This is the end of our ceremony. The fourth quarter has to hit eventually, but it does happen. There's no overtime in this game. So people are indicating about the tassels and the throwing of the hats, and that actually happens at the main commencement because that's when their degrees are conferred by the chancellor. So I don't have the power in the state of North Carolina. I actually can perform wedding ceremonies, but I can't empower you to move your tassels. So I don't know what it is. They limit department heads a little bit. But I do want to congratulate the graduates one last time, all together. Big round of applause. And as you know, the way we're supposed to end every event is go something, right? So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go Pack! All right. Just as a point of order, the party up here is going to go off, and then the faculty will go off, and then the students will go off, and everybody's supposed to head towards Tally because the next unit will be coming in the other way. So thank you all again for coming, and make sure you feed these people well tonight. So.
Staring up the road and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a